water produced in a process known as electrolysis. Yeah. Electrolysis is a process where water comes in direct contact with electricity. So I highlight them in yellow, as you see in the PowerPoint: electricity, electrolysis, electrolyzed. So you understand that the prefix of the word elect is referencing electricity, and that's what the process yields. So when electricity hits water, it's a process known as electrolysis, and it produces our electrolyzed reduced water. So what is electrolyzed reduced water? Yeah, electrolyzed reduced water is an antioxidant water. Kangen water detoxes the body. Many people have referred to our Kangen water machines as alkaline water machines. Our biggest distributors and company representatives have often referred to it as alkaline water. Yeah, but there's more than one way that you can make a water alkaline. Yeah, and through the process of electricity, you get antioxidant molecules produced, and also molecules that have an alkaline pH. But you can also produce an alkaline water. Let's skip over this because I want to get some subject matter here. You can also produce an alkaline water by putting minerals in water. And when you put, like say, for example, calcium and magnesium in water, that will make your water alkaline. Yeah, but it won't produce antioxidant molecular structures. So now you have an alkaline water based upon alkaline minerals being present, but that doesn't make the water antioxidant. So if you want an antioxidant water, you hit the water with electricity. And electricity will cause a restructuring that will produce antioxidant ions. And then when you drink an electrolyzed reduced water, an electrically processed water, you get the opportunity to detox the body and become healthier. So what happens in Kangen water? You hit water with electricity. Here's a structure, molecular structure of water, H2O. And when you hit that with electricity, as I always like to say, kapow, it begins a process, a chain reaction. So here's your water once again, H2O. You hit it with electricity. It'll divide that water into its segments. H2O breaks down to OH and H plus, OH negative and H plus. So altogether, H2O being hit by lightning breaks down the water molecule into its segments. OH negative is one of those segments. It's also an alkaline molecule, which is where the term alkaline water came when referencing Kangen water. And then here you have a bit of a diagram where these alkaline molecules are restructuring with water molecules, and there are other antioxidant molecular structures in the water as well. Now, the greater the volume of these alkaline molecules in electrically processed water, the greater the volume of antioxidant ions or molecules in the water at a time. So with our machines, we can say the greater the number of alkaline molecules, the stronger the antioxidant effect. The greater the volume of antioxidant molecules, the greater the volume of antioxidant ions overall. So now you'll have a stronger detox with our kind of water. Now, once again, not to be confused with mineralized alkaline water. Mineralized alkaline water, where you take an alkaline mineral like calcium, magnesium, potassium, and put that in water, we'll make a water alkaline, but we'll not make it antioxidant. So beware and be careful of going to the store and buying alkaline water, like brand names, Essentia, this, that, and the other. They only exist because Kangen water became popularly known as alkaline water. But Kangen water is actually what? Kangen water is what? Electrolyzed reduced water. So on this Zoom conference, you often hear me reference electrolyzed reduced water, and I don't refer to Kangen water very much as alkaline water because I want to avoid the confusion. Yeah, but I bring this to your attention so I can be clear. Yeah, so here's an example of one of our Kangen water machines. This is called the SD501. The machine has 7 different settings for water. There are 3 settings, 8.5, 9.0, and 9.5 on the top of the machine for your antioxidant benefit. I want to show you something really quickly. I happen to have prepared a slide or 2 for different purposes, but one of which I do want you to see, and that is usage. Did I find that we changed this screen again? We may have changed this to something. Okay, yeah, we changed our website. So let me go back over here and I can show you another way. All righty then. Am I back? Here we are. Yep. So on the machine, you have these settings. There's an 8.5, 9.0, and 9.5 setting on the machine. Just a little closer example so you can see a little better. 8.5 is an alkaline pH, 9.0 is an alkaline pH, 9.5 is an alkaline pH. So as I mentioned earlier, the greater the volume of the alkaline molecules in electrically processed water, the greater the volume of antioxidant ions in the water at a time, and therefore the stronger the detoxification at the various upper levels. So the 8.5 level is a milder detox because it means there are fewer antioxidant molecules in the water at a time. The 9.0 is a mid-range. The 9.5 is the highest level. And that means the 9.5 will have the strongest detox. The 8.5 will have the mildest, and the 9.0 will be mid-range. Those settings are very important. And they're important because you have to drink the water per your body type and your body's ability to remove toxicity comfortably. So for example, 8.5 is a starting point that I recommend for all people. Everyone should start at the 8.5 level because it's a milder detox, yeah? You want to remove toxicity at a slower rate that the body's more able to handle. Let's say you never had any kind of detoxification process before in your life, yeah? And then you go and you drink the Kangen water at the 9.5 level, the highest setting on the machine. That'll be a very strong and large detoxification process. You could remove so many toxins, shifting them from your muscles, fatty cells, cellular systems to your colon for removal from the body, that you could overwhelm the colon with a large toxic load at a time. So for that reason, we always start at the 8.5, because what does it mean? A milder detoxification, a smaller volume of antioxidant ions. So at the 8.5, you can have a more comfortable detoxification. You will not necessarily overwhelm the colon in the process of removing toxicity. And the body can experience toxic release that will enable the body to be more toxic free and enable the body to have a simpler process of maintaining its internal systems. When the body is highly toxic, it is much more difficult for the body to maintain its cell functions. It causes what they call a pH imbalance, which I'll go into later on. pH is the power of hydrogen or the level of acidity to non-acidity of the organ, yeah? So you can create hyperacidity and create a toxic load that disables the body's ability to maintain its pH balance easily in the body and therefore proper health. So high toxic loads, more challenging to stay healthy. Low toxic loads, more easier for the body to maintain its self-regulating process to keep you healthy. Very good. So 8.5, 9.0, 9.5, fully explained. The clean water is actually our neutral pH water. It's not an antioxidant water, but just a neutral filtered water in case you don't want to detox at a time for whatever reason. Often taken with people who take medications or pharmaceuticals so that they don't detox the medication they're taking while they're taking it. Acid water is also known in our machines as a beauty water. You can rinse your face with it. You can put it in a little spray bottle. You can spritz your face with it. Very wonderful, very great for killing bacteria under the pores and allowing the skin to smooth itself out. The pores are tightened up. Ergo, beauty water is what it's called. Strong Kangen water and strong acidic water. This is an orange button on the machine. Strong acidic water is used to sterilize surfaces. You can spray it on doors. You can spray it on countertops. You can, you can spray your hands with it. It kills E. coli, bacteria, viruses. So you can sterilize a surface when you use a strong acid water. When you push the strong acid water button, two waters are produced simultaneously. So I already said that the strong acid water is produced, and that comes off of what we call a runoff tube that runs off the side of the machine. And at the same time, a strong 11.5 pH water is produced that will come out of the main hose. These two waters are not for drinking. They're for sterilizing surfaces and essentially cleaning foods and other cleaning purposes. So the 11.5 water can be poured into a large bowl, and that can be used to put your fruits, your vegetables, your chicken, your fish, your meat, and so forth, to detox them. The 11.5 water will emulsify oil-based pesticides, and that will enable you to purify your foods before you prepare your meal, before you eat your meal and while you prepare your meal. And so fruits, vegetables, chicken, fish, meat, same thing. And imagine it, I've often likened it to a hyperized koshering process, where you're removing, like in the Jewish traditions, you take your meat or your chicken or fish and you put that into salt water. The salt water will purge out the blood of the meat and remove the bacteria at the same time. The 11.5 water is very similar in that sense, yeah? So purify your foods before you prepare your meals, before you eat. So some details there. These are a selection of the different Kangen water machines we have. The Kangen 8 machine, very popular in our latest model. The main flagship unit, the SD501, which is more colorful in the front, and the Platinum SD501, which has a metallic surface. These are the chief machines of the Kangen Water Company for home use. I recommend any of them. The Kangen 8 machine is our top of the line model. It has a universal power supply system for international travel. So you can plug that machine into any electrical socket in any country in the world, and it will work without the need of a power converter. That's great to have, particularly when you want to make sure with a machine as high quality as this, that you don't risk any harm in the electrical system when you travel. It also has a self-cleaning process, which may be a little bit easier than the other machines, but they're pretty easy to maintain as well. Sleek design, digital settings, wonderful machine. The SD501 series are 7-plate electrolyzers, where the K8 is an 8-plate electrolyzer. That means the metal plates on the electrical circuit, being made of platinum wrapped titanium, will, the more you have of them, the stronger the antioxidant effect of the machine, because you have a greater surface for the antioxidant ions to build upon. Yeah, so more metal plates, more antioxidant ions, stronger detoxification effect. The Kangen 8 has 8 plates on the circuit. The SD501 has 7 plates on the circuit. It's a 1-plate difference. For your health benefits, you can go with either of these machines. If you want the special features of the K8, you get the K8. Is it stronger? Yes. Can you get the health benefits you need from any of the machines? Yes. Decoratively, the Platinum is metallic it's on its surface, and many people enjoy that machine because it looks good in their stainless steel kitchens. The SD501 has been our flagship for many years. Costs a little bit less than the other two machines, gives you everything you need for your health benefits. So if cost is an issue, get the SD501. It has been our flagship machine. It is powerful. It does everything you need for your health benefits. If decorative aesthetics are important to you, consider the Platinum SD501. It costs a little bit more, but if you like that design, there you have it. Same interior as the original SD501, different exterior. Aesthetics would be the reason most times people choose it. The Kangen 8 machine, our top of the line unit, many additional special features. If you like those designs and you need those features, you get the Kangen 8. So all machines are good, purposeful, powerful, and effective. Your personal choice will elect the one that you would like to have in your home. Yeah. So those are our machines. Once again, Kangen water is an electrolyzed reduced water produced in a process known as electrolysis, where electricity and water come into direct contact with one another. If you want to look up the information behind the Kangen water machines, do go ahead and look up the title Electrolyzed Reduced Water, and you will find all the science references on pubmed.gov as to their benefits. The science reviews are plenty. They've been told somewhere between 13,000 and 14,000 clinical trials and science reviews. Now, just because something has gone through a clinical trial, has evidence of its effectiveness, doesn't necessarily mean that it ends up in your doctor's office. There's a different process that goes on with that, particularly around the world in our country, where pharmaceuticals are dominant in the use of health treatments. But there are more answers out there, and you can consider looking up the research on your own, and we do give you the references. Here's a publication known as Science Direct, talks about advanced research on the health benefit of reduced water, talking about, once again, electrolyzed reduced water. I did go over that, so I kind of skipped around. There are other articles you can take a look at. This one comes from Science Direct again, and there's a transcript in the way of me reading my slide, but someone did ask for a transcript, so we obliged. Trends in food science and technology, February 2012, it talks about the various antioxidant elements inside of an ERW, or electrolyzed reduced water. As a common mechanism in the ERW, water is reduced by electric energy, rock energy, and other energy to produce active hydrogen and mineral nanoparticles. So here it talks about energy, electricity is the current, is what we spoke about specifically, but you'll get to know more about the different antioxidant elements of electrolyzed reduced water, what we like to call, of course, Kangen. We have meters known as oxidative reduction potential meters that show either a negative or a positive charge on a reading of a liquid substance. If the number shows up negative on the meter, we know we have an antioxidant substance. If the number shows up as positive on the electrical meter, called the oxidative reduction potential meter, we know we have a toxic substance. Kangen water is shown here on the diagram being a very large negative number of 400. These negative numbers on the Kangen water machines can go up as high as 800. So they can be very strong in their antioxidant effect. On the opposite side of the spectrum, we do see soda, with they mean carbonated beverages like Coca-Cola and Sprite, whatever, as a positive number, 400. That means it's very toxic and very oxidizing. Your body cannot remove toxicity well when this type of substance is in the body. That includes tap water, which has chlorine and other chemical substances. That includes some of the bottled waters, including reverse osmosis and distilled. On the opposite, the negative side of the spectrum, we do see green tea as a detoxer and various nutrients. In this case, they're highlighting vitamin C. So good to know, Kangen water is an antioxidant water, removes toxicity. Other waters are not. And remember, even the alkaline waters that are in the store that use minerals, those are on the positive side of this ORP meter. Yeah, we want to stay on the negative side. With the electrically processed water is, we can get an antioxidant effect when you drink it. Your body is mostly water. The kind of water that you have in your body will dictate the cell function. If you've got an antioxidant water like Kangen water, you are a winner. Ding, 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 ding. And you have what you need for your body to remove toxicity successfully at the cellular level. I recommend Kangen water. That's your electrolyzed reduced water. Your body can become toxic, just like a fish tank. It has to be filtered out. Your body has to be filtered out and cleansed and detoxed in order to stay healthy. Watch out for these junk foods. They're dangerous. They make a lot of money for the manufacturers, but they do a lot of ill for the people. We know where a lot of these chronic illnesses are coming from. Look at all the junk foods that we intake. They're not really foods, to tell you the truth. They're what I call edible substances, edible matter, but they're not, food. I mean, where in the world is the Coca-Cola on the food pyramid that we grew up with? Not there, is it? No. the chemicals used on many of the sweets and junk foods, French fries that can be found in your car a year later if you haven't vacuumed, and you might find that they're still whole as when you first purchased them. So they did not compose. Indeed, what were they? Was it really food? Be careful. Watch out for soda. Not a food, highly toxic, oxidizing, and can cause imbalances in the body because of its high, strong acid levels, cause pH imbalances. So here's a reminder as I close out and begin to take questions. The body is not alkaline. There's so much rhetoric out there that says the body is alkaline. Eat alkaline foods, drink alkaline water, drink alkaline beverages, you'll be healthy. It's not quite accurate. There's no real distinction in the kind of, foods that you eat for the body, as long as they're organic. You can eat acidic foods like oranges and pineapples, grapefruits, tomatoes, right? You can eat alkaline foods too, dark green leafy vegetables, apples, whatever, yeah? But your body is not waiting for you to take in a certain alkaline or acidic pH food in order for you to be healthy. It will take the energy from the food that you eat and convert that to what it needs to maintain your internal systems. Total different story. Your internal systems vary in their acid to non-acid levels. There's really no direct reference to eating a pH food of one type or another, acid or alkaline, and your body maintaining pH because of it. It's not how it works. As they say in the commercials, that's not how any of this works. So look at this. The stomach, the gastric secretions here is listed as 1.0 to 3.5. The saliva can be in the acidic range, 6.0, and run all the way up to the alkaline range, 7.4. I was supposed to put up another chart here to show you alkaline and non-alkaline ranges, but I'll let you know. Anything, pH charts run from 0 to 14, 0 to 14, yeah? 7 is half of 14, yeah? So 0 to 7 is one pH range, 7 to 14 is yet another. Anything below a 7 on that scale is considered to be acidic. Anything above a 7 on that scale is considered to be alkaline. So some organs are in the alkaline range, 7.1 to 14. Some, well, not that high. Some organs are in the acidic range, 6.9 to 2.5 or something. So look here, the stomach, yeah? Lower stomach is shown to be 1.5 to 4.0 in pH, depending on the stage of digestion, right? The small and large intestines range from 4.0 to 7.0, right? That's in the acidic range and just maybe neutral depending on the stage of digestion. Look over here. Gastric secretions, as I was pointing out earlier, 1.0 pH to 3.5. That's below a 7, therefore very acidic. The urine, shown here to be 4.5 to 8.0. That means it can range from 4.5 all the way up to an 8.0, depending on your toxic release at the time. Some people go about testing their urine for the pH to say, oh, let me find out if my body's at pH balance. Can't do it that way. Not how it works. It's not how any of this works, So there may be other ways one can test for pH, but certainly know this. The pH of each organ must remain and maintain a specific pH range in order for it to be healthy. So for example, the heart, the bloodstream, 7.35 to 7.4 shown here, 7.4 to 7.45, 7.0 to 7.4. That range is where the blood in the heart needs to stay. If they go above that to 8.0, 8.5, it's called too high of a pH, or in that case, too alkaline, known as alkalosis, right? That means the pH is too high. If the pH goes too low, let's say it runs into the 6.5 range or something crazy like 5.0, that means it's too low in its pH. They call that acidosis, yeah? So too high of a pH or too low of a pH per the equilibrium level set for the organ or by the body will cause cell dysfunction, and the body cannot function when the organs are not at pH balance. Yeah. So if the stomach became too high an alkaline level, it will become dysfunctional. Why? It's designed to be at a 1.5 to 4.0. 7.45 is dysfunctional for the stomach. 1.5 is dysfunctional for sure for the heart. Yeah. So your body regulates the pH of all the organs in the body. As long as our body has proper hydration, is detoxed properly, and has proper nutrition, it can easily maintain that. If you have nutrition deficiencies, if you have high toxic loads, if you don't have proper hydration, it cannot maintain that. And that's where the body can become very unhealthy. So here it says pH values of the human body. Fluids in the human body, as it says here, function to provide digestion, lubrication, nutrient and oxygen transportation, and protection. To perform these functions, the acid levels must be varied to match the bodily functions. The acid levels meaning the pH levels overall. Overall levels of acidity or alkalinity are a measure of it on a pH scale and must be carefully controlled in each body fluid. So drinking alkaline water with the concept of making your body alkaline, now we can all see would be inaccurate, right? The body is not alkaline. The body has acidic chambers and alkaline chambers and can range in the alkaline to acidic in some of the organs. So that's the thing we have to take home and thing we have to clearly understand. We want to get away from that conversation about alkalinity, alkaline body, alkaline water. We're electrolyte reduced water. We're called Kangen water. That's what we are. Yep. Watch again for the pH variation. A lot of this thing that occurred with alkaline water in the store came because Kangen water became very popular. Kangen water also became very popularly known as alkaline water. People began to say, your body's alkaline, drink alkaline water, you'll be healthy. Not understanding we were talking about an electrolyte reduced water, detoxing the body, and the body was self-regulating its own pH. Yeah. So the water bottling manufacturers picked up on the popular term alkaline water and began to produce it in the store. Yeah. So you began to see alkaline water in the store, and people said, oh, hey, there's an alkaline water I heard about. No, it isn't. That's a mineralized water. As the water became properly known as alkaline water, bottling companies knew they could make a profit. So they knew that they could not make an electrolyte reduced water and put it in a bottle, because really after a certain period of time, the alkalinity not really being the chief component that's beneficial in the common water dissipates. You don't maintain that over time. So to maintain that, they decided to put minerals in water. And now you have a whole different water. As I mentioned before, minerals in water do not create an antioxidant effect. Particularly the kind of minerals used in bottled waters. It's not like you took fruits and vegetables, took minerals out of them and put them in the water. That likely would make the water a different color. So therefore you'd be concerned about whether it's just water or something else. So they put non-bioavailable minerals into the water, making it alkaline, but your body cannot absorb. What do we call that? So the way you get your minerals is through fruits and vegetables. Minerals are in the soil, like sediment in a way, right? And your plants, fruits and vegetables absorb the minerals out of the soil and use them to create their nutrition value. So you take your mineral intake in from your produce, not directly from the soil, because your body cannot convert that into energy. The water bottling manufacturers are not taking plant-based minerals. They're taking soil-based minerals and putting them in water. And you can't convert that to energy. Guess what happens? You could end up very easily with calcium buildup because your body cannot absorb it into energy. It can become lodged in the cells, and you could end up with, calcium deposits. That can cause pH imbalances. Your cells can become too alkaline. And we showed before, becomes a pH imbalance, and any kind of cell dysfunction will occur because of that. And with that, any kind of chronic illness could occur. So drinking a mineralized alkaline water could potentially cause health issues long-term and cannot detox you to give you the benefits you're looking for. So remember, electrolyte reduced water. Watch out for the deceptive marketing of alkaline waters in the stores. There are all kinds of alkaline waters in the stores these days. They have non-bioavailable minerals inside. Essentially, it's very popular, but not very beneficial. It is a positive ORP on that meter we talked about. It is not an antioxidant water like Kangen. Don't buy it. It won't help you. It's not helpful. Other brands are out there as well with these non-bioavailable minerals. Be careful of the deceptive marketing. Some substances that they're using to make waters alkaline, to make you happy to think you got something beneficial, are not, could be very toxic. So look at the animals in the wild. They tend to be healthy as long as they're in mineral-rich environments, and they don't seem to suffer from the same range of chronic illnesses that humans do. Why? Produce, protein, and the water they have available. Yeah, full nutrition. Humans need to maintain the same thing. Watch out for junk foods, get to what you need. The body is self-healing when you have what you need. If there's a scratch on your hand, finger, or anywhere in the body, you already know that your skin is self-healing from a child. Everyone's had little scrapes, or cuts and bruises, and seen it heal. So you know your body's self-healing at the surface of the skin. That you do know. If there's a fracture, in a bone or full break, we put a cast on that bone to keep it still so that as it heals itself, it heals evenly, as it should. But once again, we know that the bones are self-healing. There's no magic going on at the doctor when you get a cast put on. Most times they're really just, setting it, putting it in place and giving you painkillers. So you can enjoy the pain of the bone that's been broken that still has to heal. Yeah. Detox when you have an injury. Remove the hyperacidity that's caused that was caused by the trauma of the injury, so that the body can stay pH balanced during the healing process and have the potential to heal more effectively, maybe even swifter. Yeah. So those are some key points I want to make today about the Kangen water. And last week we had some references about the business of Kangen. Some elements we don't always go over here on the Kangen Water Health and Information Call because we are so very health-based. We want to make sure you understand the health benefits of the water and drink it properly. You can always give us a call to ask more questions offline throughout the United States, 866-526-4368, 866-526-4368. If you're in the United Kingdom, in the UK, reach us on our UK line. And I encourage anyone in Europe and in Africa to use the same line. In the UK directly, 0800-086-9793. That's 0800-086-9793. If you are in Europe or throughout Africa, do dial using +44 at the beginning, 800-086-9793. +44 is the country code for the UK. If you are in Dubai, call us directly on our Dubai phone line at 0800-018-589. That's 0800-018-589. And of course, you all know your own country code. That's +971. If anyone else wants to call us to that phone line, you can. But Dubai specific, that's what that's for. We have websites, KangenWaterNation.com in the United States. We have got KangenWaterLondon.co.uk in the UK. We've got KangenWaterDubai.com in the Dubai for the United Arab Emirates, and you have many ways of reaching us. So just in brief, some people were asking about being involved with the business of Kangen water. And I'll make this brief, and of course, we can go into a Q&A to ask questions. Once again, this is the Kangen Water Health and Information Call. We go through a great deal of information. But we have machines that when you become a purchaser of them, you are allowed to also sell the machines. So we've got 6 different levels at which you get paid when you are referring machines to other people. We call them referral bonuses. Some people make a full business out of it. There's a 1A through 6A level of persons who are sharing the technology with others, and the company pays you and supports you in your promotions of that. If you're selling the SD501 in US dollars, you will make $285. on your first and your second sale called the 1A level. When you get to the 2A level, that commission doubles to $570 per sale. And that's your third sale through your 10th. Your 3A level represents your 11th sale through your 20th. That means that from the 11th sale to your 20th sale, you make $855 every time you refer or sell the machine to others. Your 21st sale to your 50th sale is your 4A level, and there are two others left. Your 21st to your 50th sale are your 4A level at $1,140 per sale. We support you in your promotions of the sales of the Kangen water machines. The 5A level is your 51st sale to your 100th sale. You will make $1,425 every time you sell the machine. The top level is our 6A level. It is the top level seller of the machines. Your 101st sale through infinity represents that number at $1,710 per sale. So the greater and larger promotions you're doing, the greater the sales that you can, commissions you can make in the promotions of the machines. I'll go into more details a little bit later on, but I did want to give a brief overview for those who are tuning in to listen about the business side about involving Kangen water. Very good. Awesome, awesome. Well, all right, everyone. We really thank you for coming to the call today and look forward to seeing you again. We're here every Wednesday and Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, USA, 6 p.m. in the UK, 10:30 p.m. in India, 9 p.m. in Dubai, 6 p.m. in Nigeria, and 5 p.m. in South Africa. So consider your time zone. We're glad to be here for you. Glad to be a resource to you, and look forward to you enjoying your Kangen water. See you again, and thank you all for coming here today and joining us here on the Kangen Water Health and Information Call. Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. May God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you.
Hermanito.